It's over there. It's a market recap show. Mr. Katina, it's Apple earnings. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We're ready to rock and roll. Unfortunately, Apple earnings will not come right at 4 o'clock, but as soon as they do come, we will be here. Thank you so much for joining me on the Market Recap Show. I'm your host, Sean Katina, and we're about to bring the pain one more time. But first, we're going to have some sip of water because that's our MO and that's what we do. All right, let's go. It's always a good day when we can go over the sector recap, and it's a good day for the bulls. The bulls be kicking right now today, so let's give a big bang for that one. Look at what's happening right here on the sector watch board for me. We still have Apple. We're ready to rock and roll. As soon as that comes through, guys, we will have that for you. As I have the scanners running on trade ideas, we've got Benzinga Pro open right now, ready to go, and it will pop into here. As soon as we see something, it will come through on Benzinga Pro. So wait for it, I'll get it for you. Right now, KRE, the regional banks today, up beautifully, up 5.5% and making those moves. Look at the daily chart. We're approaching VWAP right now. Nice move back up. You know what? Let's put daily on the big guy here so everybody can see sort of where we've come from, right? We talked about some of those bottoms there for the banks to see what is happening. Expedia out right now, EXPE. I'm going to fly through some of these, okay? So I'll put down here on this chart, we'll drop it down to the minute chart so you could see the action in the stock down here, and you could see the daily right now. So there it is, $100 for Expedia, trying to make its move upside. Expedia right now, revenues, 3.9 versus 385. Nice move upside for Expedia. But what was the only red ETF, only red sector today? Silver's not a sector, but it is a commodity. Downside metals right now for SLV. The only name today down on the sector watch that we have. UNG up. There's our friend gold. Everything gold. Doing well, man. Gold at these highs. We had Michael Noss on yesterday and last week, and he was talking about 2,500 for the target for gold. Of course, GLD is just the ETF. And you know what? Today was a banger of a day, and we put on our sticky note that we were bullish all day long. Where does NASDAQ end? At its high of the day. And there it is. Nice move back up for NASDAQ, bouncing off that 200 period moving average and then booming up to the 50. We take it out. I believe we get up here next week. Let's take out those summer highs. Let's get a good report tonight from Apple. Then let's go sky high, because guess what? Mr. Powell, if you have that, he called yesterday and told the world that potentially no more rate hikes, although it was a pretty neutral report. There's no doubt about that. We have an 80% likelihood of a pause again in December. And then also in December is when they said that they would give a potentially forward-looking statement. So we will wait for that. I'm not seeing anything else moving around yet, so stay with me. TAN. Wow, despite SolarEdge, I thought SolarEdge was getting smoked earlier today. It was, but a nice bounce back all day for SolarEdge. Look where we were early, man. We were down here at $63 on SEDG. Look where we ended the day, $73. It's a $10 move for SEDG today. Nicely done, back up to the upside. So holding out hope that the TAN ETF maybe found a bottom. We've already had Enphase come through. Bad. We've had SolarEdge come today. Bad. But hey, if you're an investor and you're not in these names, shout out to you, Reliable Rudy, then hey, maybe it's time to get in right now. And there's Enphase on the daily. It's looking bad, guys. This goes back years and years down to $78. And again, it's financing, it's a rate story, and it's Enphase back down to the downside right now. Okay, we're still waiting out, man. Anything that's popping through here, we will have for you. This is what we're doing. And then I also have, and if you're rocking with me right now, you're rocking with Trader TV Live. Traders stay late. That's why. Like, I just did a show for 2 hours. You know, no problem. We're here for you. Let's go more. Para moving. WW right now. Formerly Weight Watchers. Trim the fat in this stock. I don't know. It's pretty weak right there. But formerly Weight Watchers. WW with a move downside right now. Wow, down to $6 and change. Look at this. It was bouncing off its 200 period. no longer. Nice move back in. Watch out for this move back into $4 for WW. Not WWE, of course. And that's a nice move. Look at the shortfall, 15%. So again, nice move down 21%. But if what's been happening lately is any sign, this name potentially going upside tomorrow after some of these weak hands get washed out down there. I don't see anything on the report, but it is making that move down. What else today? Hey, oil's up. That's kind of bad. I was going to fill up my car tonight. Hopefully gas prices don't affect it too much, so we'll wait to see. Thank you so much. What was that? I am going north tomorrow, actually, so that's why we got to fill up. So tomorrow, 10 cents. Nah, is it? I know, I drive up there all the time, but let's go. Fabian just giving me some advice on where to fill up, not in the city of Toronto. But okay, I got my spots. Everybody that is car, well, first of all, is as frugal as me, and then also owns, you know, any kind of a vehicle. You have your secret spot, not secret, but spots you like to fill up. I have mine. It's actually a Husky that's right near a Pioneer, actually, and it's really good. So, all right, right there. XHB, the housing market, getting a bump over the last couple days again. As we talk more about rates, we see the TLT moving back up to the upside. Expedia EPS beat, by the way, making that move up. We already have it. Hey, CNBC, we had this 5 minutes ago, so I'm glad you have it now. There's the move up right there, $76 for XHB trying to go as well. Still looking over, man. I'm not seeing anything hitting yet. Pan W with a move down. What's up with that? They're not reporting. Pan W. What's up? Why did Pan W just fall right now? So is there some sort of a news story on them? Notable ETF flow? No. So there's Pan W with a move down. That's Palo Alto. I really like this name. There's a dump out there on Pan W. And again, we will go over to Benzinga to find out for this. I'm not seeing anything right now on Pan. I really like Palo Alto. I believe that this is, not I believe, this is best of breed. You can go over, is it related to the cybersecurity sector? Let's check out my other guy over here. Wow, yeah, okay. So there is something. Maybe it's a sector downgrade, or it could be Fortinet. That's what it is. So FTNT, again, another sector play. There goes Fortinet. This is why you're rocking with me. We're rocking together. You know, we talked about it. Was it a sector play? It is. It's Fortinet. It's to the downside right now on their report. Here it is right now. And remember, it's not about the report. It's about the guide. Hey, Katrine, how you doing? Wata. Right there. Here it is. Fortinet sees Q4 EPS 42 versus 44. Not bad. 42 estimate. Revenues. Revenues down. That's the guide right here. It's the revenue, the EPS estimate revenue guide. We talked about what was leaving this market. If you guide lower, you're getting punished. Period right now. 1.38 to 1.44 versus 1.5. EPS guide as well. I can't see what that guide would have been. There it is, 154 versus 151. That's better than expected. So we will wait to see about Fortinet, but that's making it to the downside right here for that. So a nice little move downside for Fortinet. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's here in the chat, because without you guys, I'm not here. So thank you so much to every single person. Right now, let's get these likes going. How many people do we have watching? A paltry 3,300. I say thank you so much. But as I start to calculate, look at these cool graphics. We only have 230 likes. Less than 10%. I guess I have to do better. I have to do better. So let's do better. Hit the like button for me. Let's do better. All right, more here. Yo, what's up, Sean? Yo, what's up, Manuel? Coin is out, says Manuel. So let's go over and have a look at Coinbase to see what Coinbase is doing right now. Again, I don't see the numbers. I see Coinbase making a move to the upside. I am not seeing any numbers yet for Coinbase. DBX, I believe Dropbox is out. Dropbox with a nice move to the upside, up to 27.60 right now for DBX, with a move to the upside here for Dropbox. So lots of names coming through. What we are waiting for is Apple, okay? Apple has a tendency to come in and around 430. All right, so we have a 3% expected move here for Apple. So this is going to be an awesome time right now. I'm going to put this in here. Go over to my Twitter handle, ASAP, and let's do this live on the show. Hey, you don't want to hit the like button? Well, come over here. 145 votes. Where do we think this will go today? Will Apple beat EPS tonight? Right now we have no. Surprising, surprising. I've said yes. Let's see if we can get that to yes. No, I don't care what you guys put it to, but right now, Apple with a nice little play. This was something that I wanted to talk about as well. We tweeted this out, thanks to Adara for this. Apple and Microsoft, 14% right now of the S&P 500. These energy, real estate, utilities, and materials, those sectors combined, the sectors combined 12%. Put all the stocks in those 4 sectors, add them up, you get 12 points on the S&P 500. You put Microsoft and Apple together, you get 14 points on the S&P 500. To think that this is not going to be a very important report would be wrong. I think that's going to be a great report here tonight. And I can't find it. I had a whole bunch of tweet outs. And by the way, I am very, very proud of this little thing right here. My daughter up at 5:45 this morning doing laps, CHA. She gets invited back to these camps, and I'm very, very proud of her. She wakes up and she is beast mode. I want to say a big shout out to my wife as well, who killing it on the regular. Go find me at Trader TV Sean. But let's get back to the game. You're here for earnings, not for Twitter. All right, so what else is reporting? Let's have a quick look. Anything dumping out right now? I don't see too much. There's Crowd. We talked about CrowdStrike with the move down on Fortinet. Expedia right there with the move up on a good report today, up to 105 for XPE. Any other names out? Oh, Square, but we already knew Square's moving. My bad, we missed Block earnings today. Block earnings is out right now. So there we go. It's Square. There it is, Block. Adjusted EPS, 55 versus 47. Hey, I talked about buying some more PayPal, and we did. So PayPal right there, probably going upside on this. No, okay. So I thought PayPal would have had some upside move on that Square move. But again, 2 different companies, but similar in that fintech space. One has Venmo. Square. Here in Canada, we don't have those payment options. We have like Pay Me for PayPal. But I think that's also in the States. But anyways, Square right there with a nice move to the upside. Let's not talk about this one. But MindMed right now with a report. NMND, but not doing anything. I thought there could be a mover here. 272 for MindMed coming out as well. Not much else happening. Figs. With a nice move up. Get your tasty figs. I really love figs. Shout out to all my paisans out there. Is that an Italian thing or not, man? When my Nana and Papa came here to Italy, came here from Italy into Canada, and I'm probably going to get emotional, but it doesn't matter. They were obviously big farmers, and yeah, fig trees abound in their Woodbridge home. Shout out to everybody that's here in Southern Ontario. They know all about Woodbridge. The largest number of Italians outside of Italy and New York City here in the GTA. Shout out to everybody as well that's here. All right, look, a couple good earnings plays. We have Chris Bretcher ready to rock and roll. So we're going to call him in just a couple seconds. Just checking to see if anything else. He wants to talk something about rectangle breakouts. So get ready for that. Chris Bretcher in just a couple seconds. Is he ready to go, guys? Okay, he is, but just a couple more seconds because it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. All right, so shout out to Bears versus Bulls as well. Is anything else reporting real quick? Let's just check back in on Expedia. Obviously, with that move right here, nice move up to 105. You can see right now we're at the 50 period, possible fade spot. If you're in Expedia right now, debate taking some out. Square with a nice move to the upside as well. Wow, there goes Square. Talk about it taking out everything here in the last month. Square with a nice move. When you're beat down this much and you come out with a decent report, Square, again, making them sing. Here it is right here. Block says Q3, Cash App, that's what it's called. 3.58, revenue 98, up 34% and 27%. Nice move up there for Square. Block adjusted EPS beating 55 versus 47. Man, we like that water. And shout out to Hydration Nation. Put some ones up in the chat if you are a member of Hydration Nation. We eagerly await Apple earnings. Not bad, 590 likes right now. Still 3,200 people watching. Let's get those likes up. As we go over to my favorite segment, it's Trader Talk. Let's bring on Chris. It's Mr. Chris Brecher here from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for coming out. I like the glasses. What's up with that?
I lost my glasses at the money show in Orlando. So these are about all I have around here. But I'll tell you, when I can't see the screens, I usually trade the best.
Hey, me too, man. I like to go like this. Dun, 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 buy, sell. Which one did I hit? No, I do not recommend that. But shout out to you, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us one more time. How was the money show?
The money show was great. It's really rough when the first row everybody falls asleep. It's really a shame. But
ouch.
No, all kidding aside, it went great. Then I also did a panel discussion. I did a thing on support and resistance, which sort of goes with what we're talking about with the rectangles. But what's sort of interesting is I sort of forgot about the slides because everybody could hear me. And I just showed my screens and just showed a lot of examples. Everybody seemed to like that. I'd rather do that tonight, though. I have a webinar on, don't laugh, on how to play pullbacks. Of course, it's right at the historically strong time of year. But still, we did great in July when the markets went straight up. So you just got to know both sides of the coin, how to trade it. So it's just today wasn't the day to play on the short side.
You went all the way to the money show for a presentation and forgot your presentation?
No, I forgot my glasses.
Oh, your glasses. I thought you said you forgot your slides there. I was like, oh, God.
Oh, no, I have my slides, but I just sort of ripped them up and just went and just showed a lot of examples from that day. There were so many support and resistance. I'm like, I'd rather just not be so dry and actually show the examples. Everybody seemed to like it.
Your colleague, Danielle Shea, said next time she wants me to come to that conference there. And if you approve, maybe I will show up there as well. And then I don't think people will be falling asleep too much on that one. But let's go. Support and resistance. I consider myself a support and resistance trader, to be honest with you. So let's go. Let's talk about some of those rectangles, and then we'll talk a little bit more about your webinar tonight. So let's go with some examples right now if you can. Looks like you got square on your mind.
Well, I was just seeing it from what you were talking about, but on the bottom left is actually the net change of earnings tonight and where they're like net tonight. So you see BILL, booking team, they're just getting destroyed. So I just thought you'd like that on the bottom left.
Yeah, no, okay, what, the MACD's there in the square? I missed that that talk there.
Oh, I thought, well, on the bottom left is a lot of the net change of these stocks after the close.
Wasn't that that's booking there up 72%? Absolutely. Oh no, $72 there.
Yeah, but not now.
Not
so
now.
net now it's down 110 from where it closed.
Yeah, you know what? We noticed that today, too. There was a lot of high-flying names that were just up. Like Affirm had a deal with Amazon. Boom, that was up 20%. Did you see Roku today? Roku was up 30%, Chris, on earnings. And, you know, it was a good earnings report, not outstanding. But, again, some of these stocks have between 8 to 20% short float, definitely creating these upside moves. And that's why I look forward to DraftKings. And I think that they have a good chance. And with that being said, Chris, I have to leave you just for 1 second. Come over to my screen because it is DKNG time, guys. Ramin, there it is. There's DraftKings. Oh my, I told people today live, look, I'm doing a free stream every single day. I said buy yourself some DKNG, and there it is right now, DraftKings. EPS beating negative 61 cents versus negative 70 cents, beating on revenues, and boom goes the dynamite there with DKNG. Congratulations to everybody. There's 15% now for DraftKings, up $4 and moving DraftKings, moving to the upside right there. Again, some follow through from today. That's just another example. And then just because I just mentioned it to you, look at this Roku move today. There's the earnings candle on Trade Ideas, and there's the move right back up to $80. Again, a beatdown name that hasn't looked good all fall, falls into the lap here again at $50, going back to some of that support early summer, and there's the move up for Roku, and there's the short float like I talked about, 7%. All right, Chris, you got some examples. You got anything exciting you want to show the viewers?
Yes, bonds, ZB.
So exciting.
Bottom right. See that rectangle? We love those kinds of rectangles. So what happened? It rallied. Can you see that on there? I hope you can see that.
I can see it.
And then it had that little bull flag above the rectangle. That's a great tell that you're going to have another move up. Plus, we like these measuring things. So when it moved up, it could go up by that amount, which is 2 points, which is what it did. So we were long bonds, so that worked really well. But I love looking for those type of rectangles, whether it's on an hourly, a daily. I love trying to find those rectangles in there.
The whole thing about, I thought you were going to draw like a nice little happy face there, but I'm thinking that the market can actually rally from here. If we can get bonds to start to go back up, we've seen the TLT start to go. Looks like bonds are starting to get back up. You just highlighted that right now. And then we're up 5% in 3 days on the NASDAQ. My question to you is, does it look like you can either look at the triple Qs? Because if I look at the triple Qs here on a daily chart, we're back up to that 50 period. Obviously, and I talked about how much Apple and Microsoft control the index, right? But right now, you're back up to the 50 period moving average. If Apple disappoints, I wonder off of the next couple days, are there going to be some traders that are potentially trapped buying the hype? We like to say hopium over here. Buying the hope that the market is getting, I personally think we go higher. But after tonight, if Apple disappoints and warns about China, we could see some weakness here back on the NASDAQ, and we might have seen a temporary top today. Anything standing out to you?
Yeah, I'm looking at exactly what you're looking at. I'm looking at the 50 moving average on the Qs, but I'm also looking at the MACD on the bottom. And you can use RSI, MACD, stochastics, but almost every time that it gets that overbought, doesn't mean you have to go down, but you usually sort of waffle. And so in the webinar tonight, it's going to be about not just shorting, but finding that reversal candle, which you don't see yet. But I like more the SPX because of that parabolic move up almost and how overbought it is. But here we go again. It sounds awful, but it's going to be a better short like at 4,300 if it takes back half that green candle than it is now, because you just don't want to fade it on the way up. But it is getting near a lot of schmutz right here. So I would love to see a little follow through to the upside and then a reversal that takes back one of those candles. I only look at these big candles, these big red or the big green, and I'd like to see a red take back right here, half a green, and then I'll get bearish short term. But historically, if the bonds were the thing that made the markets go down, you got to see the bond market start to calm down on the upside before I can just say I'm going to short everything. And there are a lot, and don't think I'm a perma bear. We have a list of a lot of long ideas like XPI, but the problem is it's already so overbought. It's so hard to buy it when it's that overbought, and the moving average is sloping so far down. I'd like to see it just develop a little better than that and work off some damage.
Yeah, we've talked about that, clearing through some of those zones, right? We sort of got to get through, like you just said, I don't know what that word you use there, schmutz or something like that. But I think once we get through all that, then I agree. We just got to settle down. The big guy's coming tonight. It's going to be Apple. On that note, I'm going to have to let you go. But Chris, once again, where can our viewers find you tonight?
I put a link over in the meeting chat.
Okay.
That you could find, but it's simpler trading. It's pullback patterns. I don't have the link, but I put the link up there in the meeting chat. Let me see if I can put it
in the YouTube chat. Okay.
No, over in your meeting chat. Just a private
Chris,
chat
no
in
worries.
there.
My astute production team will be also posting that in the chat for you. You owe me one, my friend. Okay, Chris Bretcher, always always a blast when you're coming on. Some nice ideas. Good luck with your new pair of glasses, and I will see you next week, my friend. Good luck with all your trade ideas, and good luck with the seminar tonight.
Okay, thanks for having me on. Take care.
Always, and that's Trader Talk, and that's our friend Chris Bretcher. Okay, real quick, man. We are now out with Carvana, and what is Carvana all about right now? We know that we've got some love for Carvana on the show because, hey, this is a big name, man. Carvana, once again, not overly shorted, 38% short, so it's one of the biggest names. We talked about Beyond Meat, also with a 40% short float. It's Carvana with a 40% short float as well. Looks like their revenues are a little light though, 2.7 versus 2.8. I don't like that. We know it's a hard spot right now. I don't see actually anything else here on Benzinga other than their total revenue number. So I feel like as soon as that gets sorted out, we will get a post on here right now for that. And when that does come in, we will go over it. But there's Carvana right now, back up to 32 and starting to moon a little bit. Obviously, we want this up a little bit more. And Carvana is not up 26% on this report. It's up 26% today, including this move right now. So again, it looks like we closed at 30. You're up to 33. It's a 10% move. We still wait for Apple. All right, what's my trade of the day, you might ask? Well, thank you for asking. So we'll do that right now. It's going to be PLTR. And the thing is, we've had so many bangers. I didn't even make the most money on this trade. We did really well on our Google short at the end of the day, off 128. We did amazing. We had Apple with a $1.40 runner there. But it's this trade that I want to talk about real quick. So again, we didn't trade it early. I know Neil was in and out there, kind of. I think he said he went 1 for 4 on his trades there today, but finally got it back in on the downside when we got this as well. So basically, when you have an earnings play like we did on Palantir, and Palantir again, the earnings didn't come in the night, they came early. There was a pre-market earnings report for Palantir. So it only reacted here at 9 o'clock, or I think it was 8:15 when the report came out. There's the move to the upside, right? So you gotta let it settle down. We saw it at 9:30, take that 1811 area, wicked up to 1833, perfect. That's a perfect top that we wanna see. Then it came back in, maybe I'll zoom in a little bit here. Then it came back in, there it is, much better. What was I doing not zooming in the first place? There it is, coming right back up to 1833. Now, patience pays. If you short it right here, then it outtakes that, fine. That's fine. You can do that. But you put on, for me, I don't want to do it because if you're going to put on a couple thousand shares or whatever you're going to use, I don't want to get rinsed out at that high wick there. So I'm going to let it form again. We got to go to the screen here, Amin, if you can quickly. So I want it to form another high right there. Once we saw that, let it come back in, test the 50 period, bounce back up, then we reshort it into that level because we know we have a lot of resistance there. As long as that resistance is there, we will short it against that. And that also gives me we're short there at 20s, we have about a 15-cent risk. So when it pulls all the way back, that's when the money comes in there on Palantir. So right now, we wait for more trades to come through. Carvana, nice upside move. Square, sorry, that's not Square, this is Square. Wow, nice move, wow. For Square, nice move up there as that continues to go to the upside. All right, I'm still going to wait for you until we get Apple. I'm thinking it's going to be coming real quick right now is Apple. So let's go on and do a quick one. Next topic, let's do roll call real quick. See who's here with me and who is not. As I'll keep this screen on, let's just keep it on Apple, right? If Apple comes out, we'll be able to see it right away. We should also see it starting to affect it in here somewhere. So if Apple comes out, we will get it. All right, who's here? Let's go. Top chats. You got to be a subscriber to be in this one. Let's go, Ryan. Thank you so much. for that. See you, Kat. Have a great night as well. Trader Forever's here. Judge is here. By the way, I'm off tomorrow. I got to go up to a hockey tournament. Ben is here. Gonzo's not here. Just he wants to let everyone to know he is not here. But shout out to Gonzo Trader, who's not here. Shout out to Dee's, Crispy Trispy right here. Shout out to my cousin Tim. I know you're watching, my guy. So a shout out to you. Thank you so much for supporting your favorite cousin. All right, so it's a nice move. Let's go. Chris is here. Hans is here. London's here. Rich is here. Everybody's here. But what most of you here are for, what most of you are here for, is what we had there. And this is why I got to shout out my cousin. Uh-oh. I'm getting killed now. We got to get on this time. All right, what do we like? I don't have any graphics for this. I'm going to stay until we're not done. I'm waiting for Apple. But the Thursday night play of the day, as you can see there, TNF. What is the play today? So this segment is not sponsored by FanDuel. But if FanDuel is watching, please, this will be kind of cool, right? You could sponsor this. All right, here it is. It is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And this shout out to you, Tim. Kenny Pickett tonight. We're going to go underneath his 9.5 rushing yards. It's minus 110. KP tonight could take 3 kneels. This is, again, shout out to Tim. He gave me this information. I like to play. If Pittsburgh's winning, they could kneel at the end of the game, which automatically is minus 6 yards. So that's that, first of all. Kenny Pickett, his rushing yards on the year, 4, minus 1, 10, 8, 2, 2, 10. Pretty much that is only 2 of the 7 games was he over the 9.5 yards, plus he has a rib injury. I like Kenny Pickett underneath that 9.5 tonight. So that's it right now. Apple is out is what I'm hearing. The 430 number is out. So here we go. Apple moving around. Let me call up the bigger screen for trade ideas. Hey man, I said we'd stay late with you. There's Apple. Let's move this over. So what we're looking for, 180. There's the move down to 175. The 50-period moving average is at 176. Take a drink, my guy. The 200, will it hold? We know the 200 period did not hold for Tesla. Will it hold for Apple down there? And if you're wondering what it is at, 171. All right, so Apple's moving down. Let me see if I can go over to Benzinga and find the exact numbers for you as we rock and roll. So here it is right now, Benzinga. Here we go, baby. It's Apple. By the way, Sharif, you may have been saved because he was buying Starbucks for everybody if Apple's green tomorrow. Here's the number. It's out. Apple EPS, that's a beat. So anybody on that poll, winner if you guessed EPS beat. Sales, beat on sales. Okay, so far so good. Revenue, wow. All right, so this is like the GDP of many nations. Apple Q4 iPhone sales. Sometimes I can't even speak the truth out to you guys when you see numbers like this. 43.8 billion for the quarter for iPhone. So are people buying iPhone 15? Yes, they are. But here it is right here. Mac sales, 6 billion, 6.4. iPad sales, 6.4. Mac sales, 761. Wearables, the watch is in the building right now, 9.32. Services, 22. Revenues reach all-time record high. Tim Cook says iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Max models are supply constrained. Uh-oh. We don't like to hear words constrained. If they're constrained by supplies, then what does that mean for demand? Demand might be there, but if you cannot put the phone in the people's hands, then you're not going to win, Apple, right there. So we're going to have to find out what that means. There's going to be more to come, man. Watch out for the call happening now. Okay, regional, that doesn't really matter. Greater China, 15. I wonder what they were expecting there. Total net sales, we know that was a beat. So for right now, Benzinga, just drop in those numbers. You can find them anywhere. But right here, Apple, 1 minute chart, nice downside move down to 174. Sharif, my friend, I will buy you Starbucks any day, no matter what. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a blast. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. It's been a great day. Thanks to Chris Bretcher, my guest here today. Shout out to my cousin as well. And shout out to everybody who is a fan of this show because traders stay late. Won't be me here tomorrow. It'll be Neil as I'm off. Another Friday for this guy. I wish I didn't, man. I had my best day of the month. It's only November 2nd. My best day of the last 2 months today. So we're rocking and rolling, and that was followed up by yesterday as well. So sometimes you got to take time off. Shout out, give your loved ones a big hug. It's Trader TV Live. I've been here for a while, so I'll see everybody on Monday. Ciao.